I'm attempting deliberately to create a bit of anticipation, though after that music, of course, as Jose has already said that, and Rihanna, it's impossible. Now, okay, we're almost ready. I would really like to do it up there. I've never had that opportunity, but for reasons that will become clear, that's not really appropriate. Now, some of you, I've just been introduced, but some of you may be wondering who I am and why I'm standing here. Of course, Wiebe knows who I am, but I hope he doesn't yet know why I'm standing right here. And I'm going to try and do the trick. Don't look at you, that's not a good idea. For the rest of you who don't know me, my name is Sally Wyatt, and all you really need to know for this occasion is that I really would not be standing here today had Wiebe not offered me various opportunities almost 25 years ago, both in relation to the ST Master's program and for my PhD. And ever since, he has continued to offer kind and generous support. Now, a few weeks ago, before I knew that I would be standing right here at this moment, I sent an email to Wiebe in which I expressed my dismay at his imminent retirement. Now, you might think this should have been obvious to me. There are rules about retirement in Dutch universities, and it had been announced long in advance. But I have a great talent for denial and for compartmentalizing. And it wasn't the first time. So a few years ago, I was part of the committee to find Wiebe's successor. And we were quite far in the process when I suddenly realized what that actually meant. But that ended well. It was more like gaining a Haro than losing a Wiebe. So I returned to my state of happy ignorance, putting Wiebe's retirement to the back of my mind. But when I received the printed invitation for today, I suddenly felt very bereft, with the recognition that my working life will never be the same. So in my email to Wiebe, I hope that I expressed my gratitude for all that he has done for me over the years, but I also shared my worry that I wouldn't be able to hold it together today. All that repressed emotion has to come out sometime. And on so many occasions in the past 25 years, Wiebe responded with kindness and wisdom, saying that there was no need to be professional today if being professional means not showing emotions. He wants today to be happily emotional, though he too was concerned that he might lose it while giving his lecture, and there was a moment, but it wasn't because he was afraid of emotion, but because in his good school teachery way, he didn't want it to interrupt our understanding of his message. So my willful ignorance about Wiebe's retirement was even more remarkable because for almost 2 years, together with many other people present today, I've been keeping a secret from him. A secret which I'm now about to reveal. Now, with my ability for denial and compartmentalizing, I didn't actually have too much of a problem with this. Whereas some of my good Calvinist colleagues have been feeling very distraught about all these secrets. The music we've just heard, what I am about to reveal. I hope you're all full of anticipation, those of you who don't yet know. Now, I've already alluded to this, and all of Wiebe's former students, and pretty much anyone who has ever heard him speak, will know that Wiebe draws on his early experience of being a secondary school teacher, a schoolmeester. And he's also the father of 3 very talented, now adult daughters. We just heard some of their talents. So instead of the usual festschrift, we came up with the idea of inviting his colleagues and PhDs, past and present, to write a short piece in which they explained an STS concept as if to a 17-year-old girl. Now this was tricky for several reasons. I was really worried. I thought, what if 50 people want to write about interpretative flexibility? We'd probably get at least 50 definitions, but okay. But also, I think more of a worry for me was, were we not in danger of patronizing 17-year-old girls? And on a few occasions, I had to write to contributors suggesting that maybe the level of their text was a little high, a bit advanced, and when these people asked me to be more specific, I explained that perhaps not every 17-year-old would automatically understand what cognitive justice meant or methodological nationalism. And nor would she be able to make sense of a sentence of 197 words. I counted, I checked. So I shared this with a colleague who informed me that she had read Adorno when she was 17 in German. So no problem. I'm not going to name names, I know she's here. There's no problem for her with difficult concepts and long sentences. So I think one lesson we should all take from this experience is never underestimate 17-year-old girls, and probably something that Wiebe and Tony, as the parents of Sanne, Lieselotte, and Elsa, already know very well. And luckily, I'm glad to say, not everybody chose to write about interpretive flexibility. What the project has demonstrated is the enormous depth and range of impact that Wiebe has had on people's ideas, teaching, research, careers, and lives. So you've probably guessed, we've prepared a book, and the we includes 51 contributors, no time to mention them all, 4 editors, Haro van Lente, Chelling Svierstra, must be there somewhere, Ragnar Zeiss, and myself. Sabine Kaupers made sure that it held together, as you know, and Mirko Reitler prepared some fantastic illustrations, which are on the cover, with more inside. And I'm very happy to inform John Law that on the back cover we found one of those scarce photos of Wiebe smiling. So, Wiebe, you have to stand up again. You got to hold it together. I've got to hold it together so that I can present you with the first copy. There is more than one copy, and all of you can pick one up. Don't be greedy, but at the reception, it's another reason to go to the reception, and there are more copies there for everyone.